Waking up in fat-burning mode means your body is primarily using fat rather than carbohydrates or glucose as its main source of energy when you start your day. An obvious perk of being in this mode is that your metabolism is more efficient at tapping into stored body fat for fuel, which can support weight loss. However, there are other advantages, including steady energy levels and mental clarity. These effects are things you want every day, not just when you are trying to hammer out a goal. So this video is going to share easy to follow, enjoyable, and effective routines that you can comfortably do every day. I'm going to walk you through routines that start in the evening and end in the morning because those periods are the most important for what we're trying to accomplish in this video. That doesn't mean that the afternoon should be ignored or handled as a free-for-all where anything goes. That is an invitation to self-sabotage. As I mentioned, we want these routines to be easy to carry out because when things are easy, enjoyable, and effective, we keep doing them. With that said, let's get into the evening routine. Overnight, your body enters a natural fasting state, but it doesn't stop using energy. Whether that energy comes from stored fat or glycogen, which is stored glucose, has a lot to do with how you handle dinner. A low-carb dinner helps keep glucose low. When glucose is not readily available, stored fat has to step up as the main fuel source. Fortunately, our bodies flip that switch for us as we sleep. Your evening meal should prioritize protein, non-starchy vegetables, and healthy fats. So think unprocessed meats and brightly colored veggies prepared with high-quality olive oil or avocado oil, not seed or vegetable oils. These foods help stabilize blood sugar, reduce insulin spikes, and lay the foundation for overnight fat metabolism. It also helps to eat your dinner early in the evening. Late-night eating keeps your blood sugar and insulin levels elevated, making it hard for your body to flip the switch to fat burning. Typically, blood sugar peaks within 2 hours after eating a meal and then returns to a pre-meal level in about 3 hours. So the target is to be finished eating 3 hours before bed. If you get too hungry so that you cannot fall asleep, try cheese with apple cider vinegar or cheese alone. In a past video, I highlighted a study showing that eating an early dinner and consuming 30 milliliters or 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar with an ounce of cheese before bed helped control morning blood sugar levels in diabetic patients. The cheese was used to make the vinegar more palatable, yet you would think that it would negate the benefits because you're eating at night. That was not the case. In fact, there was a control group that had no apple cider vinegar. They just ate cheese before bed and still woke up to better morning blood sugar levels. Now, this was a small study, so don't take it as the gospel truth, but if you are so hungry at night that you cannot fall asleep, an ounce of cheese is worth trying, and if you're so inclined, you can pair it with 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar. Exercise also lowers blood sugar, and it does it without insulin. Typically, after a meal, your body needs to release insulin to get glucose into your cells. Exercise allows muscle tissue to absorb glucose without insulin. And low to moderate intensity activities like brisk walking are good choices for stabilizing post-meal blood sugar levels because they primarily use glucose for energy without triggering a significant stress response like we see with high-intensity exercise. Therefore, to nudge your body toward overnight fat burning, it helps to take a brisk walk after dinner. Ideally aim for 30 minutes, but even a 10 to 15 minute walk is helpful. And you might have noticed that every action in the evening has been aimed at keeping your blood sugar levels stable and low. If you want to actually see how your blood sugar changes in response to foods you eat and the exercise you do, you can now get CGMs or continuous glucose monitors, even if you don't have a disorder like diabetes. The company I use is Levels. They are not sponsoring this video. I just wanted to mention them because wearing a CGM, even if you only do it periodically, gives you so many insights into your health and weight. And since you wear a CGM 24 hours a day, you can see what your blood sugar is doing overnight. If you're interested, I will leave a link in the description area below. The evening routine we just discussed allows your body to shift to fat burning overnight. When you wake up in a fat burning state, you want to keep it going. An easy first step is water. A few months ago, my husband and I shared a study showing that drinking 500 milliliters or about 2 cups of water first thing in the morning increases energy expenditure by 24% over the course of the next hour. A 1-hour metabolic boost may not sound like much, but it is easy to do. And again, when things are easy and effective, we keep doing them. I do this every morning. I stand at my sink, fill a cup with filtered tap water, drink it, and then have a second cup. I then have a cup or two of black coffee. Caffeine from coffee or tea can boost the metabolic rate and increase fat burning. However, we build a tolerance to caffeine over time, so this effect is diminished in regular coffee drinkers like me. However, I still find drinking coffee beneficial because it is satisfying and enjoyable, and it suppresses false hunger signals, allowing me to delay breakfast. Stretching your fast into the morning allows you to benefit longer from your early dinner. With no food coming in, insulin levels remain low, and your fat burning time is extended. You can stretch those results even further by limiting carbs in your first meal of the day. Carbs are an easier energy source than fat. When you eat carbs, your body runs on them, kicking you out of fat burning mode. Eggs are a great low-carb choice for balancing blood sugar and lengthening the fat burning state. But if you are tired of eggs, you can try full-fat yogurt, chia pudding, or just eat meat and cheese. I presented these 3 breakfast recipes in my last video and tested them with my level CGM. Each one kept my blood sugar stable. When you have an easy-to-follow, enjoyable, and effective routine, you can wake up in fat-burning mode every morning. Start tonight by eating a low-carb dinner and time it so you are done eating 3 hours before bed. After dinner, go for a brisk walk. Even 10 to 15 minutes will add value. When you wake up in the morning, drink 2 cups of water, enjoy a cup or 2 of coffee, and eat a late low-carb breakfast. This is not an extreme diet or exercise routine, yet it will encourage weight loss and enhance energy and mental clarity. Thanks for watching. If you'd like recipes that will keep your carb intake low for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, I have a Mediterranean keto cookbook available. To see the foods, you can click on the cookbook icon below me or the link in the description area. Have a great rest of your day.